Tonight, we're gonna make turkey gravy. And it's not coming from a bag, and you gotta make it yourself, and it's really easy. I've been making this for years. We made our turkey already, and you're gonna make just regular pan dripping gravy. All you really have to start with is, before you cook your turkey, you put some onions in the turkey and around the bottom. And once you've done that, you cook the turkey and you let it cool just a little bit. Once you take the turkey out and you just have the tray, put everything in a bowl, and what you want to do is you want to scrape the inside of the whole bowl and get all the burnt pieces off or anything else, and you want to get it and put it in a bowl. And we had some carrots in here too. And then you're going to separate the onions and the carrots, take everything out, so you're just left with the actual broth. Now that you have just your pan drippings in here, what you have to do is you have to separate the pan drippings from the grease. There's a couple ways of doing that. I have a gravy separator, which is like this. It kind of looks like a funky measuring cup that goes from the bottom. If you don't have one, you can also use a measuring cup, and I'll show you how to do it. So, how this one works, you just put some of the pan drippings in here, and you let it sit for a minute or so. And what happens is the grease goes to the top, and you can pour the drippings down without the grease. If you don't have it, you want to use a measuring cup. You gotta do it the old-fashioned way. My grandmother used to do it. What you do is get a measuring cup, fill it up a little bit like this, and then you're gonna have to wait a few minutes for the grease to come to the top. Then you get a tablespoon and you just scoop it off the top of it, and they'll just give you the drippings itself. So now that your gravy has very little grease in it, what you need to do next is add a little bit of water to it. Maybe about 4 or 5 ounces of water. Put the gas on it. And first part is you got to season the gravy, and then we're going to thicken the gravy. So as soon as this comes to a boil a little bit, then we're going to start to season it. All right, now that it's like at a slow boil, we're going to season it. Before we season it, put anything in here first. You want to taste it, see what it tastes like. That's why I use the little spoons again here. Just see what it tastes like. Okay. So right off the bat, I'm putting in a little bit of garlic powder. And we're going to put a little bit of this kitchen bouquet in. You could use Gravy Master also. You don't want to put a lot in though. Watch how much you're going to put in this pot of gravy. That's it. This gravy doesn't need very much. Now we'll taste it again with another clean spoon. Not bad. A little bit of onion it needs. And a little bit of black pepper. I think that's about it. I'm going to taste it again. One last thing. I'm going to put just a dash in of Lawry seasoned salt. I'm actually a big fan of this stuff. It's actually good stuff. Not too much. Just to give it a little taste. Now that it's seasoned, we just got to work on thickening it up, and we're all set then. And one last thing I forgot to put in here, just a tiny bit, maybe half a teaspoon of sugar. That's it. And the taste you're looking for, I don't know, it's like a gravy taste. I don't know. I'm trying to describe it to you, but it's kind of hard to describe. You got to taste it a few times. That's it. We're right there. And we got to thicken it up. All right, so now it's just simmering a little bit, and we're going to just bring it up just a little bit so it's cooking a little more. And in this cup here, I have about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, maybe 1.5 of cornstarch, and just a little bit of water. And we're going to slowly add that in, and it's going to slowly thicken this up to the consistency you want. And don't always put less in than you think you need, because it goes a long way, cornstarch. You could use flour also. Flour, you got to beat it a little bit more. What I can also tell you is, if you decide you want to make giblet gravy, with the giblets. You can do it. The only difference is you have to get your giblets, put them in a frying pan, cook them up, dice them up, and at this point you would throw them right into the gravy right now and you'd have giblet gravy. I'm not going to make giblet gravy because some people don't eat that. They get a little bit grossed out by the liver and the heart and stuff. I kind of like it. But this gravy's about done. It's going to get a little thicker as time goes by here, so I always put a little bit less in there. And now you got gravy. It's that simple. And it's all done. Just put it in your gravy boat and serve it up and you're all set. And you'll be absolutely the hit with homemade gravy. What I can tell you is, if you bought some of that gravy in the pouch like this sort of stuff, do yourself a favor, just, the garbage is right there, just get rid of it. You don't want to ever use that sort of stuff. I'm going to be doing a video in about 5 minutes on how to carve a turkey. So that's one will be up in just a few minutes also. Happy Thanksgiving.